Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday to you guys. Whew, it's already been an eventful Saturday, and my day barely got started, child. I was supposed to be at brunch at 11 o'clock and forgot all about the brunch. My alert reminder went off at 10:50, and I said, damn, and there was no way I could get there because where the brunch place is on a good day is an hour away. And I called my girls, and they were like, girl, traffic is bad. You ain't gonna get here for about an hour and a half. And I said, well, that's an hour and a half lie. Because I wasn't even dressed. So it wasn't even like I could walk out the door. I said, by the time I get there, y'all will be paying the check. So anyway, but it's all good, child. I'm here now. It is what it is. I feel bad, but life happens. Remember, I think what it was I wasn't planning to be here today. I thought I was going to be in Philadelphia. So I think I just blocked it from my mind. Anyway, y'all, I'm here. Hey, Kiss My Cheeks. What's up, my love? And Kiss My Cheeks, are you gonna be over at Kamisha's at 1 o'clock? Because I'm gonna try to get out of here by 1 o'clock so we can head on over to Kamisha's. Lady Libra, thank you for becoming a member again. You've been a member. Thank you for welcome back. I hope you are doing well, my love. When I don't see you, I worry about you. So I hope you are well, my love. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Mr. Willie Brown. Good morning. Lemon Kush, what's going on? Hey, Philip. I said Philip. I just added a whole Philip to your name. Hey, Phil. Hey, Colton. Ivy Girl, what's going on? Kate Calloway, Below. Hey, little baby. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Mia. Hey. So we are here. You got me at work on mute. Yes, you're in the makeup process now. Okay. So one of my mods, when you guys get a chance, can you drop Kamisha Reviews link? Because Kamisha will be doing her Ready to Love review panel at 1 o'clock. And so I'm gonna be done by 1 o'clock or in that area so we can head on over there and we can go here because Kamisha was at the premiere party last night, honey. So Kamisha, I know she already went live earlier today to spill some tea, but it's some tea there. Okay, I'm sure it is. Kamisha gets the tea, honey. All right. Hey, Amber, what's going on? So here's the agenda for today, and then we're going to get into this Ready to Love. I'm sorry I'm blurry. I'm going to clear it up. We're going to do this Ready to Love right now, okay? We are going to talk about the Maurice and Kimmy Scott interview on Fox Soul later on today. And then tonight, we will be doing a live review. Oh, Lord, I let it fly here. We are going to do a live review of Love and Marriage Detroit. We'll be doing that tonight, okay? So that's the agenda for today, okay? That is the agenda. All right. Doing the smoking section. Yeah, if y'all need to go to the smoking section, that's up in the balcony now. We don't discriminate around here. We got a bar in the lobby, okay? And we got the smoking section up top, okay? But you come on down front, okay? The ladies were out of control this evening. Listen, let me tell y'all something. Let me get to my notes. Let me get to my notes. So first of all, we have a new season of Ready to Love, okay? We know that they are in the city of Dallas. Now, y'all know how Ready to Love does these things. You know what the format is, right? Y'all know we have 2 seasons from the same city. They do their casting. They cast enough people for 2 seasons. They film them back to back, and then they move to another city. I said seasons, I mean city. So we're going to get Dallas Part 1 and Dallas Part 2, okay? So let's just go ahead and dig ourselves in. Y'all know the format. Ain't nothing changed, okay? They have a big mixer at this nice mansion. Now, that house they were at looked really, really nice. It was beautiful. It looked like it had a double pool. It had a bowling alley. It was a beautiful house where they set up shop. We know that the people come in one at a time, and we get a little bit of who they are, what their age, age, sex, location. Remember that back in the day, AOL, age, sex, and location. But we get their name, their age, and what they do for a living, or at least what they make up, what they do for a living. Now, it's 18 of them. I cannot promise you that I have all 18 people. I can't promise you that I got all 18 people, but I got all the people that Ready to Love told us about, okay? Now, y'all know the way they edit things. That's how you know what's going on and who's going to be a part of the story. You can tell by the way the show is edited, okay? So, beautiful home, no bartender. I thought they didn't have no bartender. Damn, that's messed up. Yes, for the bar in the lobby. Yes, we got a bar in the lobby, Tracy. We sure do. Mm-hmm. So the first person we meet Chris. Chris is 39 years old. Now listen, Ready to Love. Y'all don't start no bull hockey this year with these titles that y'all make up and y'all give people, okay? Now, you done gave this man the title of a construction developer. Does that mean he's a construction worker? Ain't nothing wrong with being a construction worker. Construction workers make good money, especially if he's like a foreman. But what the hell is a construction developer? What does that mean? He is from Nigeria, and he said that he needs a partner that will embrace his culture. I can respect that. I can respect that. Number one, he is standing in it, and he's saying, listen, this is part of my culture, and anybody that is going to be a part of my life has to respect that this is my culture, and that's what I'm looking for. So I feel like he's intentional, and he knows what he's looking for. I'm here for that, okay? Then we meet Miss Jessica. Now, Jessica is 37, and they say that she is a coffee line owner. So that's a little more clear. She sounds like she owns her own, her own line of coffees. I would be interested in knowing the name of that coffee blend. I have coffee fanatics in my family, and y'all know I'm always here to support a Black business. So I hope at some point we can Google it. I'm sure if I go to her Instagram, I can find it. But I have to wait to the end of the season to see how I feel about Jessica. No, I'm still going to support the girl. I'm joking. I still support her. But y'all know what I'm saying. Then we meet Philip. Philip is 41, and here's another one, a supply chain analyst. Do that mean you manage a store? Supply chain analyst? What that mean, y'all? Maybe I'm just old, and I don't understand all these code words. What the fuck is a supply chain analyst? That mean you manage the Walmart? And again, ain't nothing wrong with that. Child. Then we meet Aries. Aries is 43. She's a sales manager, and she has 2 kids. You thought it was a stalker. He a lead. Both say he a lead stalker. I'm trying to make the man a manager. Y'all got him. And again, listen, let me say this to why does this thing keep blurring up? Me and this camera, I'm not just buying a new camera. Because I have tried everything with this camera, and I don't understand why it is so sensitive, and every time I move, it blurs up. And then it takes so long to readjust itself. It's very frustrating. Okay. Now Aries, she looked like, y'all know they always got to have the plus size girl. Now I don't think she's plus size, but she a little thicker. She a little thicker. Now, to me, plus size is me. Plus size ain't a size 14 to me. Not in this day and age. Maybe 20 years ago, 14 was plus size. But child, 14 is, hell, half of America's a size 12. 14 ain't nothing. All right. Then we meet Miss Tequila. She's 35, and she is a marketing analyst. And we got to put a star beside Miss Tequila because Tequila got a lot with her. We're going to get to Tequila. We're going to get to her later, but Tequila got a lot with her. We're going to put a pin next to her name. Then we meet Miss Sierra. Sierra is a stylist. She is originally from New Orleans, but she's a celebrity stylist. And I think I like Sierra. I do not think that Sierra is going to find love. Who gifted a membership? Wait a minute, Tracy. I know you sent it to me. Hold on. Let me send it to me. Because I know you sent it to me, Tracy. Hold on. Okay. Thank you for gifting the membership. Lady Libra gifted a membership, and congratulations to Meg for receiving the membership. Thank y'all. I love it. I have a couple of friends in supply chain management. Can't tell you what they do, but it's real. They usually work on the corporate side for big companies like Walmart. Okay. Well, I was close. I said Walmart. Didn't I say Walmart? Okay. They deal more with logistics. They make good money. Listen, let me say this. I'm not saying none of this to shame nobody. I respect anybody that get up every day and earn a legal living. Okay, I just want to understand what these people mean, what these titles are. These new to me. I'm old, y'all. These titles are new to me, and I don't know what the hell they mean. But I need to learn because I'm out here trying to find me a new job, and I need to learn what these titles mean. Okay? Because I need to make up a few my damn self. I can't just keep saying I'm a teacher, I'm an educator. I gotta come up with some of these fancy titles. Y'all help me. Y'all need to help me with some fancy titles for my resume. I need to come up with some. All right. Sierra, I like Sierra, but I do not think that Sierra is going to find her. I don't think Sierra's going to find a match. I don't. Something about her personality came off a little, I don't want to say stiff because I like her. But I just don't think. I just don't think he there. I don't think he there. Habibi. I know, Phil, I work in a school, but I'm saying you gotta help me out, Phil. I'm looking for a job. You gotta help me come up with some titles, y'all. We have to do that in the members only. Y'all keep that in mind for our next members only. Y'all gotta help me come up with some titles and help me come up with some. I gotta be very creative so I can find me a damn job. Okay. Sierra gives me Ida vibes. Ooh, she's favors Ida. She definitely does. Now let me tell you something about Habibi. Habibi is a saxophonist. Habibi travels. Habibi says instructional design, historian, messenger. Ooh, I like instructional design is a good one. Historian, messenger. That's a good one. The instructional design. I like that instructional design. But first of all, Habibi walked up in there. I do not remember the proper name, so I don't want to be disrespectful. But the head covering that a lot of Arab men wear. Now, he said he's been living in Dubai for the last however many years and working in Dubai. And so that he loves the Arab culture. And even though he's not, he is not from, project management. Project management seems to be a good catch-all. Learning and development. Y'all hold on to these because y'all know I'm... put them on my wall. I'm gonna put it on the community wall. Y'all can post it on the community wall. But let me tell you what struck me. Let me tell you what struck me with Habibi. I'm gonna have more to say about him later. We're gonna get to him later. But let me say this. The first thing that struck me, and I wrote it in my notes. Why is it okay? Because what he did is the same thing equivalent to if, in my opinion, now I know some of y'all are not going to agree with me, but in my opinion, how is what he did any different than if a white woman goes and gets cornrows? And she said, well, I grew up, I've been living in, a black neighborhood for the last 6 years, and I love cornrows, and I went to go get my hair cornrowed. This man put on traditional garb and was like, I'm not from the country. I'm not Arab, but I'm gonna wear the Arab. I'm gonna. What's the difference between him infusing himself in the culture and him being a culture vulture? Because when he walked up and when we saw him in the previews, didn't all of us think? Didn't all of us think that this man was on some level Arab or something, maybe half Arab or something like that? He didn't say anything about converting. Nope, he didn't say he converted. He just said that he'd been living in Dubai and he loves the culture. So I was like, bruh. So you rolled up in there. To me, that automatically told me that you were trying to put forth an image. That's not who you are. Living somewhere does not make you of that place. And it's okay to say, I have learned to respect the culture and love the culture, but you showing up at that mixer with the head covering on was intentional. It was intentional, and you were trying to put forth a certain vision, in my opinion. Okay. Now we're gonna come back to Habibi because trust me, if that were the least of his sins, I wouldn't even. But baby, he got a list, so we're gonna get to him. Then we have Herbert. Herbert is an aviation manager. I figure he just manages the courtesy desk down to the airport. I'm just being funny, y'all, but I'm just saying he be aviation manager. We have Leanne, who's 49. She's a gym owner. Now, Leanne kept asking people they sign. And once she found out people signed and told people what her sign was, she didn't really have much left. Hey, Lafayette, Indiana. Hey, what's up, Robert? Once she got yours, well, my sign is this. I'm a Taurus moon. You're a Gemini. Oh, okay. It was like she didn't have much left after her conversation. Like that was just the end of it. So I knew she wasn't going to be there long, child. Marvin is 41. Now, Marvin is very interesting. Marvin is an erotic author. He's a dominant and he's very open sexually. Now, let me say this. I respect the hell out of the fact that he is opening up and he is being upfront about his sexual preferences, because there is nothing, I don't know who Felice Johnson is, Robert. There's nothing to be ashamed of or be apologetic about your own personal preferences. There's nothing wrong with that. I have friends that I've told y'all before, I have friends that are into all kinds of stuff. I have friends that are swingers. I have friends that are in the kink. I have friends that are in the leather community. You know, it's nothing wrong with it. It is nothing to be ashamed of. Your sexual preference don't have nothing to do with what you do day to day, how you do your job, none of that. My only concern is I wonder if he's going to find a woman in this space who is open to it and understands it. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I do, Robert. You know, so, but I like Marvin. He's an erotic author. Then we have Unique, I think is her name. Unique is Eunike. I hope I'm saying it right. She's 31. She's a TV and film producer. Now, she kind of threw me off when she was having a conversation later on with the comedian, and she said he's a DJ and a comedian, and she was like, "You got a thought job." And I feel like that was very offensive. And he was kind of feeling her, and he was like, "Yeah, it's a no for me. What does that mean, a thought job?" And she was very like, she doubled down on it. Like, my thing is, read the room. Could you not see that he was a little taken aback by you couldn't tell he was a little taken aback by that definition? And then what does that even mean, a thought job? Are you trying to say because he's a DJ and because he's a comedian that he may have a lot of women around? Then say that maybe you're not secure enough to date somebody that is going to always have women in their face and move on. But I felt like you were insulting. I felt like you I was insulted for him. And then when he even asked you to like clarify, you like doubled down on that. We have Quentin. He's 31. He's a personal trainer. Quentin is another one that I think Quentin is gonna latch on to somebody, but I think ultimately he ain't gonna find what he's looking for, child either. Right. If he had said that to her, right. Oh, you got a thought job. Oh, she'd be ready to go to Tommy. Tommy, he said I'm a thought. You right. You right. Not Quentin's neck was huge. Well, you know, he's a former football player, child. So I guess, you know, maybe he was a linebacker, child. I don't know. As somebody that got a huge neck, I ain't gonna say too much. But something about Quentin, it came off, I don't know the word. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but it came off mama's boy-ish to me. Very mama's boy-ish. You know what I'm saying? Janelle is 41. She's a creative director. I like Janelle. She was adopted, so she said she wants to adopt. It's very important to her. I like Janelle. I hope I'm going to continue to like Janelle because I do. I like her. I like her vibe. I like how she came off. I really, really, I like her. I like her. And when what's that girl name? When Tequila sort of kind of came for her at the end of this episode, baby Janelle kind of hit her with the. I said, I know that's right. Not too much on the mama's boys. Listen, if you're a mama's boy, you're a mama's boy. You take that how you want to take it. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I dated a mama's boy. It is a rough road. Okay, it is a rough road. Okay. Red is 42. He's a comedian. Now, Red has two boys. I don't know if Red gonna find nobody either, child. Who is Rudy Ferris? Y'all dropping all this stuff in the chat. Who is Rudy Ferris? I don't know the name. That Ferris name sounds familiar, but I don't know what it is. Tell me what it is, Nikki B. Then we have Brandon. Why is Brandon here? Brandon has 4 kids. Number 1, and there's nothing wrong with having kids, y'all. That's not what I'm saying. Number 2, Brandon married the same woman twice. Now listen, that's fine too. You married the same woman twice. You thought y'all divorced. You thought you could make it work. You remarried her. People do it all the time, right? But Brandon has only been divorced for 6 months. I feel like he should have been eliminated through the vetting process. That tells me that they purposely just put him on there to just be a moment. I don't know, because you cannot convince me that the people who were going through the vetting process thought that he's ready for love. So you have 4 children by a woman you have married twice that you have only been divorced from 6 months. That's not fair to the women in this process. Because ask yourself, if you met him at a club, at the bar, on a dating app, the red flags are there. Now, that doesn't mean that Brandon isn't over his ex-wife. That doesn't mean that Brandon won't eventually make somebody a really good husband. But that means that Brandon right now, in this moment, he ain't ready for love. And he shouldn't be. He's literally only been divorced for 6 months. He's got 4 kids that he has to worry about adjusting to a new reality that him and mommy ain't together no more. Whatever drama, baggage that him and his ex-wife are dealing with, they got years of it to process. You are not ready to engage in a relationship. You're just not. You're not. And he should have never gotten through the vetting process. I'm sure there's a whole nother man that got rejected that's sitting there watching this episode going, he made it? I didn't, but he made it? That is that they just producing a show. They need to eliminate Brandon, child. Brandon need to be gone. Okay? The 25-year-old who allegedly went missing 8 years ago, but his mom told, okay, I know what story you're talking about. I don't know. I might talk. I don't know. I'm not gonna say no. I'm gonna say I don't know. So let's get into some of these conversations, okay? We have Philip and Tequila. Now, Tequila sits down with Philip, and she leads with sex. Now, listen, call me old-fashioned, call me what you want. Y'all know how I feel about men and women leading with sex. When you're trying to get to know me, because listen, I'm a firm believer. Again, y'all can call me what you want. I know everybody does things differently. Everybody's intention is different. But this is how I feel. This is my opinion. When I'm trying to get to know you and you leading with sex, that tells me that already tells me what you want to know about me. You're not interested in me long term. You're not interested in getting to know me. You are interested in having sex with me. That's my opinion. That is how I feel. So any man that ever approaches me, I'm telling you now, don't lead with sex. And I don't mean don't lead with a compliment. I mean don't lead with sex. So Tequila is asking him questions. When's the last time you had sex? What's the freakiest place you ever had sex? You ever had a threesome? And then when the man answers her question, which he probably shouldn't have answered the question. I agree 100%, Antoinette. I do not agree with them sending people home on the first day. I think there should be a mixer and then give people an opportunity to go out on a couple of dates. And then I agree with you 100% because it's really hard to get to know 9 people well enough to make it. I agree with you on that. But again, you know. Then the man answers her and tells her the freakiest place he ever had sex was in a parking garage, and she got offended. Oh, parking garages have rodents. He didn't say he was on the floor of the parking garage. He said he was in a parking garage. He could have been in the back seat of his Maybach, for all you know. He just said he was in a parking garage. And then she got offended and basically shut the conversation down. Man, what is wrong with you? How you going to initiate a conversation about sex and then get mad at the man's answers? Now, personally, he just should have never answered the questions. That's what I'm saying, Philip. She led the conversation. That's what I'm saying. She started that. Now, he probably should have just been like, I don't even really want to do that right now. I want to. We ain't got. I mean, there's a way he could have sidestepped it if he wanted to, but I guess he figured, shit, she opened the door, I'm gonna walk through it, and then you're gonna get mad about it. So then we have Quentin talking to who was the other lady that owns the gym. Hold on. Leah. Leah's a fitness trainer, and she said that she plays soccer. Who was it? Somebody is a realtor, but she also Kyra. Oh, I missed the whole page. Did I? No, I just skipped Kyra's name. Or Kira. Yeah, I just skipped her name. Kira's 30 and she's a realtor. Now I thought it was interesting that she said she was a realtor, but everybody else that she talked to, she was a dancer, and she was a dancer for the Dallas Cowboys, and she's been dancing for so long. So I don't let a damn fly in here. Damn it. So I feel like maybe realtor is her full-time job, and she dances. Like, she wanted to maybe make a career out of dancing, but it didn't quite happen. Tequila is toxic, and I'm gonna tell you why. We're gonna get to her in a minute. Tequila is dangerous and tequila is toxic, but we're gonna get to her in a minute. Yeah, that's Boots. Yeah, them white Boots, child. Leah and Quentin, they seem to connect because they, he's a personal trainer, she's a fitness trainer, and da. Child, but ain't nothing there. They talked for a few minutes, and they were, they were doing that finishing each other's sentences thing, but I don't see that being no long-term situation. Maurice is 36. He has one child, and he's an entrepreneur. Now, I normally don't really get into people's personal looks. I really try not to go down that road. But what was going on with Maurice's hair? What was that hair situation? Anyway, Maurice wants to find. Listen, I feel like all Maurice is looking for is a woman to help him raise that baby, because he said it. He said it. Now, he's lost his father, and you could tell that definitely has affected him. His father was his world. They were very close, and he said that he's here looking for somebody to complete his family. He's looking for somebody to help him raise that baby. Well, his son. I'd say his baby. So we gotta keep an eye on Mr. Maurice. I like Maurice, I think, but I just feel like Maurice is looking for somebody to help him raise his baby, not so much looking for love. And that's two different things. Oh Lord. Then we have the conversation between Red. I already talked about that, the thought job situation. So then Tommy talks to the guys because he's going to do his first elimination. Now, the women that were in the top, white boots, like Kay Calloway said, they like white boots. They like Janelle. Janelle got she got a couple of thumbs up. But the people who were in the bottom were Leanne and Tequila. And neither one of them seemed to understand what they did. See, this is a perfect example. I will say this. This mixer in every season is a good reflection. I think the people who are in this moment, and I know things are edited, so I understand that. But it is so easy. Damn fly. I'm gonna get your ass. It is so easy to not see what you do to offend other people and not understand how people receive you, because neither one of them women felt like they didn't understand why. They didn't understand what they had done wrong. They didn't understand what the problem was. And we could see it. And again, I know things are edited, but we could sort of see it. Leanne was a little offensive. Like I said, once she got your astrological sign, she sort of shut people down. I feel like she's one of those people that really follows signs. And if you're not the right sign and the right moon and the right sun, she'd be like, we can't do that. And then Tequila, like I said, she offended some people because she was very brash, very opinionated, and very, because there's nothing wrong with being brash and being opinionated, but if you're closed-minded, I think is a good word. She was very closed-minded about stuff. Like if it didn't fall in line with her idea of how things should go, then it was like, oh no, The lady who was voted out had too much hair on and the pink earrings and shoes, cheaping her outfit. Ooh, okay. Leanne was rude, walking around with her nose in the air. She was, and it came off that way. It very much came off that way. So we get to the first elimination, and of course, Tommy goes through the rigmarole. Tequila and Leanne at the bottom. Leanne ends up going home, and of course, she doesn't understand why, but you know, it is what it is. And Tequila is in her feelings. She over in the corner crying because she don't know what she did wrong. And then she starts talking about this just brings her back to her past traumas and how people just always told her she was never good enough. And how she always gives and gives and gives, but she never gives back what she puts out. Ma'am, I think you need to bow out. I think you need to go sit on the couch and process some things before you engage. And I'm not even saying this to be funny. I'm being very serious. I feel like you need to go sit on the couch and figure out what it is that you need to do to find the love within yourself before you go out here and try to engage in a relationship. And I'm going to tell you why. So now while this is going on, so now we're getting ready to figure out what men are going to be eliminated. So we got Habibi walking around asking the women, would you cheat on your man to be with me? What? That's the way you try to figure out if you want to be with somebody or not? Would you cheat on your man to be with me? Now, of course, most of the women were like, well, we only saw him ask two people. But the first person he asked was like, I'm not a cheater. Like, why would I do that? I don't cheat. I'm not a cheater. But he gets over to Tequila, and she's like, I would. I would. I mean, it's just something about you. I would cheat on my man to be with you. Again, y'all, if we are about looking for love and looking for long-term relationships, why in the entire hell would you want to be with a woman who literally just told you that she would cheat on another man to be with you? Because the same way you get them is the same way you lose them. So why would you even entertain that? I was really confused. I was really sitting here going, what? I thought it was crazy that he would ask the question, and I thought it was even crazier that she would say yes. That's why I say Tequila is toxic, and she needs to go really do some therapy and some self-searching before she engages in a relationship with anybody, because she honestly needs to figure these things out for herself. That's my opinion. And I feel like we're gonna see that as we move forward. Now, the other thing that Mr. Habibi said was that the reason why he hasn't been able to sustain relationships is because his music comes first, and his love for his saxophone has really, has not allowed him to be fully present in a relationship. So one of the women asked him, hey, I'm authentically young. Hey, my love. I know that's right, girl. I know that's right. So the woman said, well, what's changed now? Like, you're here looking for love. So what's changed now? You said that you were looking for, what's different now, or why is that different? He said, I just need to find a woman that understands that that's my first love. Is she gonna be my first love? Talking about his music and saxophone. What? Say what? So you still not looking for love. You just looking for a woman that will accept your lifestyle, because you haven't found one yet. That's okay with you, because he even said something about that earlier. Well, my saxophone, my music has cost me a lot of relationships. And I think it might have been Tequila said, I mean, no, it wasn't Tequila. It was one of the other women said, are you playing naked? Like, are you playing like, what do you mean your saxophone has cost you relationships? Something ain't right with that. I'm side-eyeing him. I feel like, let me tell you about Mr. Habibi. I anticipate one of the bloggers, probably Kamisha, getting the tea and exposing that he's a fraud. I just feel like somebody, an ex-girlfriend, somebody is going to post on one of these blogs that he's a fraud, because everything about him reads fraud to me. It just not fraud like I believe he's a saxophonist and all that, but something about him just reads fraud. Something about him reads fraud. New Jose in your city, girl, would give us a tea, honey. He ain't Bleak and this ain't Mo Better Blues, so Habibi need to sit down. Well, we saw how Bleak ended up. Shit, that's one of my favorite movies. We saw what happened to Bleak. Keep on. Well, in the end, he did settle down, but he was forced to. Thank you so much, Lady Libra. Thank you for the cash out for the birthday treat. Thank you, my love. Thank you, my love. I'm sorry, Tasha. So we almost done. I'm sorry, boo. We almost done though, because I'm at the tail end of this. Okay. Because I had to write that in my notes. Habibi, would you cheat on him with me? Now, Tommy then starts walking around to the women to find out who their tops and who their bottoms are. And of course, Habibi is in the bottom. None of the women are feeling Habibi except for Tequila. And Tequila even snapped a little bit on Janelle when Janelle was explaining, you know, and she was like, well, I like him. That's what I like about him. And she said, what did she make? She made a smart comment about the other women, I guess, not being able to see the vision or understand the vision or something like that. Baby, them two women, Janelle was one of them, and there was another woman looked at her, and the other woman was like, well, we're just going to leave that right there. Like, we're not even going to engage. And I feel like Tequila is going to be, I feel like Tequila, I hate trying to predict these things because you just never know what the editing is going to do. But honestly, I don't feel like Tequila is going to hang around long because it seems like the only person really feeling Tequila is Habibi. And Habibi ain't going to be there long. Now, he ain't going to get sent home. They left us with a cliffhanger. Brandon and Habibi were in the bottom, but Brandon going home, child. Brandon going home. He should have never been there. And they left us with a cliffhanger, so we'll find out next week which one of the men went home. But I feel like, and we saw in the previews that, child, it looks like there's some tussling going on in the ladies' lounge, child. We'll see. Now, let me tell you what I hope we don't end up seeing. Every year, it seems like they rev up these altercations. This is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Shit, this is my 7th season. Wait a minute, I did the 2 Houston, 2 DC, 2 Miami. Yeah, this is my 7th season. And the first couple of seasons, we had a little bit of snippiness. I mean, that's to be expected. But the last 2 seasons, we've seen some nasty stuff. And it looks like this season is even nastier, especially with the women. Looks like there's almost a physical altercation in the ladies' lounge. I don't know how I feel about that, y'all. I'm going to be honest. I just don't know how I feel about that because I feel like Ready to Love might be getting to the point where they're jumping the shark. And if you don't know what I mean when I say jumping the shark is a term that they mean when shows are sort of coming to the end. They don't really have a whole lot where to go. And they get desperate, right? And I hope that's not where we're going with Ready to Love because the concept is a good concept. I think they need to shake up the concept. I think they need to twist up some things. Some of the twists they've tried, but I think they need to switch up stuff. Like, for example, with this, maybe we don't need to have a big mixer at the beginning. Maybe we need to start off with some blind dates. Like, listen, production just tell you to show up somewhere and you don't know who's going to be there. And there's some genuine, you have to watch these people go on dates. You can split that up into the first 2 episodes, right? Then we can have the first ladies' lounge and the first men's lounge, not to necessarily eliminate, but let's talk about it. Then you can have a big mixer. Then you can eliminate 2 people. You see what I'm saying? They can mix it up without. They can mix this up without having these women fighting and making it more ratchet. And that is where I'm a little nervous that I feel like we're going down that road of ratchet. And I don't feel like we need to do that. Not to mix it up. But again, you can just mix it up by mixing up your formula. I think that would be a great idea to just have these people just show up somewhere and they just on blind dates. And they could be group dates, you know, like they do, you know, all right, these 6 people are going to the bowling alley. These 6 people are going to a sip and paint. These 6 people are going, you know, to a bartending class. And let them just meet each other organically and then see where we are. Yeah, Fonzie literally jumped the shark. Yeah. Well, I didn't go that deep into Amani, but yeah, it literally, Fonzie from Happy Days jumped the shark. And that's where the term comes from. Absolutely. I like the one so much better. Ready to Love lost authenticity years ago. I didn't look at the one. It's good. They're trying to get ratchet on own sometime. Now, it's not. Ratchet don't live there, but they have ratchet moments. Do I have a mod in the chat? Do I have a mod in the chat? Let me scroll. Lil Baby was here. Lil Baby, you still here, boo? Can you drop Kamisha Reviews link, please, in the chat? If you are still here. If not, I'll have to look it up and find it real quick. The one is good. See, I didn't look at it. Y'all, why y'all tell me to go watch it? I think I'm just over dating shows. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I ain't gonna promise I'm gonna check it out. I'm about to tell a lie. Say I'll check it out. But at 1:00, Kamisha Reviews will be doing her Ready to Love panel, and Kamisha and Dina actually went to the premiere last night. So I'm sure that they'll be able to give some insight. You know, Kamisha has some FaceTime with some of these people. Maybe she's got a different opinion, point of view. You know, once you meet somebody, you get a different insight. Thank you, Tracy. That's Kamisha Reviews link. So we're gonna in 10 minutes go to the bathroom, get you a cocktail, and then let's head on over to Kamisha Reviews where we can catch the panel. Abby Reviews, Kiss My Cheeks, Maud, Dina, Kamisha, Stacy B is usually there, and Alicia. So we'll see all who's on the panel today. But thank y'all for coming out. We will be here for Love and Marriage Detroit tonight. 10 minutes after the show is over. I'm not sure if it comes. I think it comes on at 9, so it'll be at 10. So 10 minutes after the show goes off is when we'll commence to that, because it looks like we're gonna have some things to talk about with that too. And at some point after Supermodern her cape, honey. Supermodern her cape. And sometime this afternoon, we're gonna talk about this Maurice Kimmy interview down to the Fox Soul child. Now, I only caught 10 minutes of it. I need to make sure that I caught the whole thing. But they put up a 10-minute clip. Okay. All right, y'all. Thank you again, Lady Libra, for rejoining the membership and for the birthday gift. I appreciate you. Thank you, everybody. If you haven't hit that like button, please hit it on your way out. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, child. We're going to be talking about Ready to Love all season, honey. Come on in. And I will talk to y'all later. Peace.